guys, it is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I'm here with a weekly wrap up for you guys today. So first, I'll probably just talk about the elephant in the room, which is my hair, which is obviously a different colour. I got my hair done the other day and I wanted to go a shade darker than what I was already, and apparently this is a shade darker, even though it is a lot darker than I wanted it to be. So I'm still getting used to it. I'm still kind of getting a shock every time I look in the mirror. So yeah, let me know if you like it or if you prefer my red. I'll probably go back to my red, to be honest. I don't know, maybe this will grow on me, who knows, but it's definitely a change after 7 years of red hair. So yeah, so I actually only read 2 books this week, which is just a very small amount for me. I normally read, as you guys know, about 3 or 4 books every week. This week I don't know what happened. I just was reading really slowly, and then I will be honest, I kind of got addicted to Project Runway. I started watching it on Netflix, and then I was finding the other seasons to watch as well, and I just watched a lot of Project Runway this week instead of reading. So yeah, sometimes those weeks just happen, and yeah, but I did enjoy the books I did read this week, so I'm going to tell you all about them now. The first book that I finished reading was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Obviously this has become a movie that is out in the cinemas at the moment, and it is about the year 2044, where basically all of humanity is living in this VR existence because real life basically is sucky because of environmental damage, and just no one having jobs. There's no places to live properly, there's a lot of poverty, so a lot of people live in these online worlds, and you know, they can kind of almost have better lives on the online world, and it kind of makes them feel better. And the guy who created this online world, when he died, he set challenges that whoever was to find these Easter eggs within the game and go through these challenges would end up, the first person that completed that would end up inheriting his entire fortune, which is like billions and billions of dollars worth. And we are following a young guy called Wade who is determined to win this prize, and we just follow him on his adventures as he tries to win it in this online world. I really enjoyed the story. This is the second time I've read it, so it was really nice being able to come back, and just it's been 3 years since I've read it, so there were some things I'd forgotten about. I'd forgotten just how epic the final battle scenes are at the very end, and I just really enjoyed my time reading them again and getting that thrill again while I was reading it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars this time instead of a 5 out of 5 stars like my first time, just because this time around I felt myself getting more frustrated with Wade's obsession with a girl gamer he becomes friends with called Artemis, and he just becomes completely obsessed with her, and it's a little bit too much, and I think it's too much in terms of she's kind of stated that she's not really, she doesn't want anything more, even though they do obviously have chemistry, they do like each other, but she has stated her intentions, and I feel like he's a little bit just too persistent about it, and then it just becomes annoying because it completely sidetracks him from the game as well, where I would like just more gaming all the time rather than him obsessing over Artemis constantly. So yeah, so that kind of just really irked me this time around, where I don't think it annoyed me as much the first time. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it, and I still haven't seen the movie yet. I was supposed to go a couple of times this week and it just didn't work out, so I'm really hoping to see it soon. So yeah. The second book I finished this week was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This is obviously, most people will know about this one. It is very hyped YA fantasy that was out last month, and this is very much a obviously an own voices book. All of the characters, bar I think one person that comes in halfway through, are characters of colour, which is fantastic, and this is a world called Orisha, where these people used to be born with this white hair, and it meant that they have magic powers, and there's all sorts of different kinds of magic powers, and the king of this world did something where he kind of got rid of magic, and all the adults who were able to use magic were killed, so all their children were left, and now their children are a little bit older, and this one girl called Zelly, who we are following, she ends up coming upon this kind of scroll that is the key to unlocking magic again, and giving magic back to the people who are able to wield it, and she kind of goes on this adventure, this kind of journey with her brother and another girl called Amari, who we also get a POV from, and yeah, just trying to get the magic back and going into a lot of battles, and she's learning about the type of magic she has, which is very powerful, and it's just really epic, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the world. I really love the map that's in this one, because it's on the inside cover, so it's slightly there's a bit of colour to it. It's just done really well. I love a good map, so I really enjoyed that, being able to kind of look back at that and to see where they were in relation to where they started. I just thought the character was very good. There was a little bit of maybe insta love at some points, which was fine. It wasn't too annoying. I did like how it kind of came together and what happened in the end. It did kind of, there was a bit of cliffhanger at the end, but like even without the cliffhanger I would have gone on and read the next book anyway, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's like 530 something pages. I think it could have been maybe a little bit shorter. It did feel a little bit lengthy at times, and some like kind of like the last quarter of it I think was a little bit drawn out, it almost seemed, or maybe like the middle, I'm not really sure. Like it just, I think it could have benefited from being that little bit shorter. So I did give it like a 4.5 stars, but I did really enjoy it, and if anyone is thinking about reading it I would definitely say to pick it up because I loved it, and this cover is just amazing. Look at this cover, I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, I do think this is an option for a movie as well, so that would make a very cool movie. At the moment I am currently reading 2 books. One book I'm reading, I'm halfway through, is The Beach by Alex Garland. I am reading this with Mel. I'll leave a link down below. You guys should check out her channel because she is amazing, and I'm really enjoying this. I didn't really know what to expect going into this one, but the writing in it is just so easy to read, and the main character of Richard is great. I've not read I've not watched the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio, so I'm really looking forward to watching that when I finish this book, and seeing kind of the differences and how it looks like, you know, actually to see rather than to imagine. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really glad that I've picked it up. The last book that I'm currently reading, I just started picking up today, and that is Ella for Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, which is longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and I have it on my phone, so I'm really enjoying this. I'm about like almost halfway through at the moment, which I just read today, so I think this is going to be one that I might like get done like pretty quickly. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying kind of the stark humour in it that's just like, it's not almost supposed to be funny, but she's like so straightforward in a lot of stuff that she says that she ends up being funny. So I have enjoyed it a little bit so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes because I've just heard so many great things about this book, so I'm really happy to be finally reading it. And seeing as I haven't done obviously that much reading this week, so I don't have loads of stuff to talk to you about, I guess I can do a library haul, because I went to the library the other day just to get some reserves that I picked up, and I thought I would just show you them. So I only have 3 books that I got from the library. So for me, because normally you guys know I have like 9 or 10. So the first book I have here is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames, and this one is just kind of like this fantasy book I've been hearing a lot about, and I think it's just supposed to be kind of funny, and it's about this like band of warriors who are mercenaries, and they're all kind of like middle-aged in their 40s and 50s, and they're all kind of getting on a bit, and I think it's just kind of like this comedic look at them. I'm not sure exactly what they're kind of doing. I think they have to get like they're on some kind of mission, but I've heard it's pretty funny. I've heard it's pretty good, so I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Another book I have here, Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock by Imogen Holmes Gower, I don't know. And this is also longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, so I wanted to read it. But again, I've seen this pop up on a good few people's channels, like Simon from Savage Reads and Lauren's Books and Mercedes. So they've all, I'm pretty sure they all enjoyed it, or some of them enjoyed it anyway. And everyone else I've seen that has picked it up has really enjoyed it. So I actually have no idea what this one's about. I think it's about someone who finds someone, and obviously something to do with a mermaid, so I will just have to see when I actually start reading it. The last book I picked up pretty much because of the title, and it's A Secret History of Witches, a novel by Louisa Morgan, and that's all I really needed to know basically. And yeah, the back of it just says a powerful tale of family, sacrifice, love and magic, so I was just like, yeah, I am there. Has deckled edges as well, which I know some people like. I'm not a massive fan of deckled edges, just because I feel like it makes it kind of annoying to be able to open it and get to a certain page. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into this one soon and seeing what it's about. And I also love this cover. It's like quite simple, but pretty cool and creepy at the same time, so I do like that. That's everything I have to talk about today for now. Please let me know what you guys think down below about the few books I've read, the few books I'm currently reading, and the books I got from the library. I would love to know, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!